One of the common recurring themes that I've heard since I've been at Easter Lutheran Church is, when are we going to get new kitchens? That's a question that gets asked over and over by people who are serving in the kitchen at Easter on the Hill, for funeral meals or for special occasions, and also at Easter by the Lake for special occasions, because the kitchen down there is simply just too small. And so in this capital plan, we have to expand the kitchen at Easter by the Lake into a commercial kitchen and to renovate the kitchen at Easter on the Hill into just a much more friendly working kitchen.
It would provide a very valuable service in the community.
The Eagan Resource Center is really interested in having a commercial kitchen where they can and preserve produce so they can have it on their shelves all year long. They're also interested in having a place where they can teach their clients how to prepare and cook fresh and healthy meals. And so it's really a model of not only helping our community, but helping people to sustain a life that is healthy.
We exist to serve those in need and to eliminate hunger, so a lot of what we do is focused and centered right around hunger. The commercial kitchen is very exciting because we as an organization exist to serve those in need in an innovative, sustainable manner that really addresses the needs of our clients. Oftentimes I'm asked, what is a typical client of a food shelf? And the way I would respond to that is that there really is no typical client of a food shelf. The recession made it that way. We have families that come to us that traditionally have never needed food support or any kind of social support. Their way of life has been shaken.
What I really enjoy doing is working with the clients, but I have to say when I'm in there, it overwhelms me, the number of people in our nice little suburb who go hungry every day. I think we don't see it because we don't live in the big city of Minneapolis or St. Paul.
We have heard from a client family that has said, I did not have breakfast today because it was my brother's turn to eat. How do we expect children to learn? How do we expect adults to be productive in the workforce if they don't have enough food to eat?
Tried to teach me to do the interviews, and I'd come home crying, so we couldn't do that, but I can do the phones and the computer and the filing. The stories just would get you, you know, the poverty, the people out of work, the hunger, the abuse, whatever. I was too soft, I guess, to do that part. I was experiencing and hearing things I never even knew existed, you know. I mean, I'm Eagan, middle class, whatever. And some of these are professional people who've been out of work 2 and 3 years. You've got a grandmother who comes in with 6 toddlers that her daughter just left on her doorstep, doesn't know where the daughter is, and now she's raising these kids. Things I just didn't imagine were happening, not here in Eagan. You know, we would fill the bags at church, drop off a bag, okay, we were helping, but it wasn't until you really see what this need is that you could do the bag every week for 52 weeks, and it's not enough.
These families need the Eagan and Lakeville Resource Centers. They are at a position where they could not move forward without the essential services that we provide. Looking at creating a commercial kitchen is exciting, and it truly is a sustainable approach to eliminating hunger in our community.
We're excited about both of these kitchen remodels because it will not only enhance our fellowship life together and improve the way in which we serve one another, but it will also help us to reach out into our community in more significant ways. We dream of serving a community meal, having after-school programs, of supporting the Eagan Resource Center, and all sorts of things that they love to do around food and hungry children in our community.
What we really appreciate is the support and giving that we receive from the faith communities, because our mission lines up with the ministries of the faith community, and that's to serve those and then to address the issue of hunger.